Welcome back, my friends. So today I woke up to be greeted to some emails and some notifications from IM8-bit that they have a new set of cartridges that they're releasing. And I was like, man, this retro consumerism is just getting out of hand, in my opinion. Now, I understand there's going to be people who are all for this. There's going to be people who are against it. I get it both ways, but this is my video. These are my opinions, and I think this is redonkulous. The Lion King and Aladdin being re-released on physical cartridges, $100 each. And it's a gamble type of thing, because what this is geared towards is people who just have to have everything. They just have to own it all, regardless if they have any kind of, sentimental feelings or nostalgia toward this stuff. They just have to have it all. These cartridges that IM8-bit puts out, okay, the packaging has been nice. I've seen the packaging. I've seen how they do these things. It looks pretty nice. Don't get it wrong. But the way they do this, like, they're limited in nature. Like, this one is limited to 4,500, and it's like a loot box. You could either get the standard gold cartridge, right? This yellowish, goldish cartridge, or you can get this awesome clear one. What is it, like 1 in 8 will get a clear one? Something like that, 1 in 8 odds. The translucent Serengeti sunrise glow in the dark. Holy crap, that is a mouthful. A mouthful of shit that I didn't want in my mouth. We cannot guarantee which version you'll receive, so buy as many as you can. Pretty much, right? Oh, the original is Opaque Mufasa Marigold. Holy crap, man. They got to have these crazy-ass names for these things. The one thing, so they have that one. Okay, we're going to talk quite a bit about this stuff because we've talked about these previous releases in the past. The first one started with that Street Fighter 2 anniversary that a lot of suckers bought. I almost bought it. But it was like $100 for a $7 game? You was out of your mind. So I didn't do it. And then they do Mega Man 2 for $100? What? Mega Man X for $100? Like, these games are cheap as shit. They're cheap. And the components that they're using to build these are pretty cheap. They're good components, but they're cheap. Now, I don't know. Did Mega Man sell out? I don't think Mega Man sold out. Nope, it sure didn't, because people were like, you got to be kidding me. I'm going to get this clear blue or this one. It's a gamble. $100. Come and get it. The Mega Man ones, yeah, they didn't sell out, because I think at this point people realized this is a single game for $100 that goes for like under 20 bucks type of thing. The Earthworm Jim 2 one did sell out, which was $135. And it had Earthworm Jim 1 and 2. So that's a little more special. It's a double pack, right? It's not something that was normally available. It's a collection. Kind of neat. Still way overpriced and expensive. Like, and you could have gambled and, unless you just didn't give a shiz and got this little moo cow color, whatever they called it. I don't know. That's just nuts. But now they have this one as well, the Aladdin and the Lion King. Now, they're talking about this stuff. And see, this one's the same thing. 4,500, 1 in 8 can get, like, you're either going to get the clear red or the clear purple. And I think they both are just like, whatever, right? Like, who cares? You're getting a physical package. What do they call it? Translucent ruby red and purple gem glow in the dark. 1 in 8 odds for, holy crap, man. This stuff really, it's just tugging at those people, man. Like, some people will just buy it because they can afford it and they love this stuff. More power to you, man. It's not for me. I think it's stupid. They're using Infinite NES Lives boards, which are cheap. And it seems like Infinite NES Lives are always sold out. I have the damn dumper and burner, whatever you call it, but you can never buy the boards because all these companies they work with, they're like selling them the boards instead. So like the people who bought these can never buy the boards because they're going to all these other companies, Retrotainment, IM8-bit, limited run games as well, it seems, possibly, right? Not sure. I didn't really look at all the games that they released, but I know they're doing similar things. But yeah, it's these boards were like, what, 15, 20 bucks a pop? So essentially, if you had these boards, you could print these stickers. Like, I made a sticker, almost an exact replica of the Street Fighter one that they made with their logo and all that stuff, just as a joke. You can make it, and it's the same damn thing. Nothing makes it more official other than that they are paying a license to make this, right? I know that's kind of wrong to say, but when you're using like parts that are available to everybody that could just burn these games, that kind of thing, it's a little odd. I find it crazy. But you look at this like, okay, what were the ones that, yeah, did they have any Super Nintendo games? Probably not. So maybe they weren't buying the Infinite NES Live Super Nintendo boards. But Limited Run, they're doing the same thing. They're selling these retro cartridges, games that aren't worth anything, for a lot more money than what you could just buy the real cartridge for. Pretty sure they're probably Infinite NES Lives boards, because everybody's using them for NES and Super Nintendo. But they limited it. Yeah, the packaging and stuff is cool for the Star Wars stuff, but it's just crazy. Who's gonna pay $45 for freaking Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for the Nintendo 64? You get that game for like $6, right? That's nuts. The packaging's neat. Some people really dig that stuff. More power to you. But it's just getting crazy. It's getting out of hand. Like with this Aladdin and Lion King thing that's going on, it's like you have other options, bro. Aladdin and Lion King is being re-released on the Nintendo Switch, on the Xbox One, the PS4. You're getting a double pack for $30. But if you want it on the original system from these guys, you're going to pay $200. Okay? $200 versus $30. But you could say, oh, but bro, I want it on an original system. And, you know, that's what I want. And this is awesome. Okay, cool. Well, if you look at the Lion King for the Super Nintendo, and there's cheaper listings. These are sold listings. This isn't what people are asking for. This is what they've sold for. Lion King, complete in the box, $20. Another Lion King, complete in the box, $6. $30, $25, $25, $17. Like, it goes on and on. $18. Prices all over the damn place. If you want one not complete in the box, you're paying a few bucks. $4, $12, $2.25, $8.99. Are you out of your mind? It's crazy. Aladdin, the same thing. Complete in box, right? Sega Genesis games are more common to be complete in box. But $15, $12. What? I mean, you could have got this lot right here of Sonic Spinball, Aladdin, and hard driving for $12. Or best offer. $46 for several games. Actually, for Aladdin, Lion King, and Fantasia, $46 somebody got this lot for. It's a crazy thing, in my opinion, that all these companies are doing this stuff, and it's not really anything special, in my opinion. You're putting out an Infinite NES Lives board of a non-original game. It's a re-release of a game that holds no value at all. And you want people to drop $100 for, if we were to purchase the parts to make this, $20 to $30 worth of stuff? Now, you're mass producing these to $4,500 each. Infinite NES Lives is working with you. You're buying those boards for cheap as shit, and you're getting the cartridge shells for cheap. We can get cartridge shells for a couple bucks. I mean, people reproduce these boxes, all sorts of things. You can make this package yourself for a lot cheaper. They don't have to charge $100. They could charge like what it would be retail for a new game, like $49.99 or $59.99. And I think it would be a little bit more of a, you know, an easier pill to swallow type of thing. But the $100 price point is just geared toward taking advantage of people. It's limited. Everything's got to be freaking limited, right? That stuff, it like drives me nuts, especially when it's with something like this. Mega Man X limited. You gots to be out of your freaking mind. Star Wars Pod Racer limited. A cheap, crappy Game Boy game limited. $40 that you could probably find. I have that game. I don't know how much it is. But Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Classic Edition. Shadows of the Empire, $45. That is a cheap game. I'm pretty sure around $10 game for the original release. And okay, Limited Run, their pricing a little more reasonable. I'm not mad at them, being honest with you. Their pricing's a little more reasonable comparing it to I Am 8-Bit. You know, they do have the unique packaging and all that stuff, and they're limited as well. So I mean, I think these were limited even more so, 3,000 each. I think a lot of the Star Wars stuff was a lot more limited than these. So why do these garner $100 versus the $30 to $45 that Limited Run is charging, which I still don't really care about? I understand it, I get it, I just don't care about it. It's just not for me. But where does I Am 8-Bit get out of where are they coming from with this $100 price point? Man, could buy 100 burritos from Taco Bell's dollar menu. I'm a big boy. I shouldn't be eating that shit. Actually, I don't eat that shit. It makes you shit. But I just think this is ridiculous. With these guys, it seems like it's going to be hit and miss as far as the sales on this stuff goes. I think the Street Fighter one was the first one they did, and people were like, ooh, this is unique and neat, so it sold out, and it sold out fairly quick. The Mega Man stuff, people were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get out of here with that noise. Earthworm Jim came out. I don't know who the hell bought this. It's a double pack, so maybe some people were like, you know what? Let's get on it. How much is Earthworm Jim? Earthworm Jim SNES go for? What are we talking about? $18 for number one. Okay, let's just say $20 for number one. Earthworm Jim 2. $20. So we'll say we're looking at a $40 value. Complete in box can be quite a bit more. So maybe that's why people bought this one. But with the news of these two games being re-released on the Switch and the Xbox and whatnot, I Am 8-Bit had to jump on it, and nobody in their right mind is going to buy these two games knowing that they're being re-released on current generation hardware and that you can buy these single release games for a reasonable price. Now, if this was like the Disney afternoon collection that they released digitally for all these other systems, right? They never did it for the Switch, which always annoyed me. But with all the classic games on like one cartridge, or not a cartridge, it was digital. But if they did that, like, you know, where you had DuckTales 2, Chip 'n Dale 2, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, like all those combined into one release and put on like an NES cart, like this Mega Man 2, that's special. Because it's not a single game. It's special in that it's not something that was released, you know, previously in that form. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm passing on this. I'm tired of I Am 8-Bit's $100 repro cartridges that are made from Infinite NES Lives boards. And don't get it twisted. I have nothing against Infinite NES Lives, other than it does seem like there's some kind of, you know, production issues to the general public because they supply these things with all these companies who are mass producing repro games. But you can do this stuff yourself with the same parts. Does that make it any less official than their version? In my opinion, no, because it's the same damn thing. They just dumped a ROM on a board type of thing. That's all it is. I mean, yeah, it's official because it's licensed. Whatever. Really do appreciate you guys. With that said, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. Let me know what you think. And boom. Bye.